woman wins the award for the most stored in her snatch ever. During a routine strip search, authorities discovered 54 bags of heroin, 31 bags of empty heroin bags,
wow,
8 prescription pills,
a scale,
and $51.22 in cash and change.
Oh my god.
Wow. There's a business, a corporation.
Hey. So that means that she has her own store down there.
She has her own fucking store.
She's got the drug dealer. She even has change to go along with it.
Cock just doesn't do it for me anymore. I need to fucking stick $51.22 exactly in my fucking snatch. That's just a...
If you got that much room for business,
yeah,
there's not much else left for you.
Right.
Not much more place.
No, I'm gonna need 2 cocks. I can't do it with 1. I need 2. And the number 1 thing that was stuck in a vagina were vodka bottles, which for me is kind of silly. I thought number 2.
What does the ranking system qualify as? Most absurd? What is the qualification?
8 weirdest things that women have put in their snatches.
I wouldn't. I'd have to argue against vodka bottles.
I thought heroin would be.
I've seen more weirdest things on the internet.
Yeah. The fuck are you looking at to where you see that?
She was transporting someone, got busted transporting someone illegally.
That's just ridiculous, man. That's utter fucking ridiculousness. All right, so where are we at, man? You want to play us a little bit there?
No, man, this is kind of interesting.
the whole
wait a minute.
The whole vagina
weird,
concept.
Man.
I think just the fact that it's a vagina is piquing our interest.
Always grabs my interest. There's not much left to that plunger story. It seems, like you're saying, he did it 2 previous times.
Yeah.
And they arrested him after a foot chase, charged him with attempted 3rd-degree robbery. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's unfortunate.
My question is, did he have anything in the plunger?
My question is, are they keeping that plunger for evidence?
Yeah, they're
for evidence?
Yeah.
Wow.
In a lot of cellophane. They're wrapping that fucker in a lot of cellophane.
eBay that thing.
I know. Can you imagine? It's already a celebrity. It's not even alive.
Well, that's like...
I'd have to say that plunger would be more popular than a dude.
That's like Dave Chappelle says with Monica Lewinsky. He says, what other profession can you suck someone's dick and you become famous by sucking that dick? You know?
I would not want to be a celebrity like that, he was saying.
But that's... And now, as far as I know, a few years back, she was actually selling purses.
Kardashians built an empire on that concept.
Yeah, but not by sucking the president's cock.
Not the president. Dude didn't even have to be famous.
Who's that? Are you talking about the basketball player?
Yeah, but I mean, in comparison to the president, he's just a basketball player.
But to be the president, dude, and for me, when you that's a lot of power.
Well, we're talking.
That's a lot of power to have.
Taking a shot in the mouth versus how much dollar signs come out of it. I think Kim Kardashian takes the cake.
Of course. Cause she's the one who was doing the Romo.
Yeah, Tony Romo.
And then she was doing Ray. Was it Ray J? When she did the video, the porn, there's a camera.
Paris Hilton too.
There's a oh yeah, come on, that's just.
Never have a TV show.
What the fuck is she famous for?
Being on camera having sex.
Yeah,
that's
that's the thing.
How does that equate to an entertainment career? I don't understand.
Fucking reality stars these days,
You know what it is? It's the fact that we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
If everybody were just to cut it out of their vocabulary, they'd disappear. We'd never have to see it again.
You're right.
And we won't have to look forward to the next dumb piece of shit who decides to get naked and get fucked on camera.
That's right, man.
There's a whole industry where that's unpopular. Okay?
Vivid industry.
Just because you had sex, I mean, it's a joke even. I'm a porn star. You do one movie and you're a star?
Right.
It doesn't work in Hollywood.
Right. Well, the same thing with I think that happened with Hulk Hogan too. Where he's recently supposed to be outed for, and then he says, well, I don't remember doing that. Doesn't matter whether you remember it or not, you know? Look at Bret Michaels from Poison. He was famous for when that porno came out. Well, first it was Tommy Lee that she was banging, and that video came out, and then the Bret Michaels one came out. You know, and I don't know if she did one with Kid Rock, but if she did, I'm sure she didn't want that one out there.
I think she did.
Did she really?
I think she did.
Okay. You got feedback coming.
Really?
No, that was a truck. That was a fucking truck.
Again,
the mic picks up everything. I can hear the train go by. I can hear vehicles.
Yeah. I want to hear some more of Chris, man. I want to hear some of that riffing.
I want to hear some more of what it is you guys are taking, man.
I'll take 5 cents of that, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
How much time do you have, Chris?
Huh?
How much time do you have?
You know what? Next month's gonna be 2 years.
All right, right on.
Woo! You dude.
That's a good deal, man.
Chris just had.
That's one
Marin
thing.
just had his birthday, didn't you?
5 years.
5 years.
April Fools.
Yeah, April Fools, and yeah. You know what? That's one thing that we haven't mentioned to the listeners is. Oh yeah, we did mention that, didn't we? That we were on a 12-step program. That's right. You have some time under your belt too, Wes.
I know you're in December,
2.5
right?
years.
You're in December, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
The difference is that we're in a program. You were actually in the program, and you decided that it was just, for whatever reason, you decided to discontinue the 12-step.
Got what I needed out of it.
Well, yeah,
I'm applying
the
system. I learned that it's a matter of keeping yourself busy,
right?
Your mind occupied.
Yeah.
Have a venue where you can relate to other people and express things that are going on in your head.
Yeah.
You know, the podcast is really going to help me out.
Right.
Be able to interact with other people, express what's going on in my life. Have an outlet to vent my frustrations and.
Right.
And
it'd be cool though if there's listeners, because I'm sure, man. When I used
we're gonna have them on here, man. There's some people discussing about their stories.
That you know what, they might be seeking help and they just don't know how.
Right.
And maybe we can have those resources.
We are the light that you seek.
Look, if it's an interesting story and people can gain from it, that's awesome. I don't want this podcast to shift in any one direction.
Right.
So,
it's got to be universal.
Right.
Man, I like them donuts.
Organic. That's the word I like that Wes used. Organic. We have to be organic, you know, and just grow. You know what the people want. We're gonna.
Right.
Like you said, you know what we have. We have what's on the menu. We're gonna give it to you. If you like it, tell us. If you don't, send it back, and we'll try and change it. And some of the shit that we say, some of the stuff that we do, it's not gonna be for everybody. You know what I mean? But that's the beauty of having this whole thing, you know, go down the way it is, you know. It's an interaction, you know, of everything that's going on around us, you know. And that's a cool thing, man. That's a really cool thing. You know, because in all our lives, in every one of us, you know, there was a time when we had no idea what we were going to do with our lives. We had no idea what was going on. We were delusional, you know, and we thought everything was okay. You know, I worked for like, the guy I work with now, I was with him for like, I've been with him 10 years. I was with him for like 5 years. And he'd be like, you do great work. I just got to find your fucking ass. You know? So there's a whole delusional that goes along with that.
I can't find my fucking ass.
Right? Yeah. You know, so now that we got our heads straight and you know, and we're trying to do something with that, you know. I mean, for me, it's inspiring. Period. You know, I hope this goes somewhere. I would love for it to go somewhere. You know what I mean? But this is somewhere where I get to go, you know, every Saturday afternoon or morning or whatnot, and just hang out with people and do something that, you know, I never thought I'd be doing this. Never. This is something totally new to me. You know, like when you brought the idea to me, I was like, you want me to do what? Oh, okay, sure, let's do it. You know, and I really, you know, and look at dude, and we fucking Best Buy. Programs, you know, and all these little things and just kind of fell in place, you know what I mean? And so it happens, you know, and it's just one concept goes from another to another to another to another, and boom, here we are, you know, our very first show, and we're lucky enough to have Chris with us, you know what I mean? And just fucking jamming out.
I need to thank you guys.
So it's, you know, it's been a pleasure, man. It's just, you know, this is something that I really look forward to doing, you know. So.
Yeah, we are on our way to a whole new experience. And, folks, your lives will never be the same again.
Welcome
I'm interested in this mic, man.
What's that?
This microphone you guys have, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is a nice mic.
It's really not that cool. When you
USB
go to the store and you start
operated.
asking questions and they explain to you what's your budget and what your options are, there's a lot more interesting stuff out there. This is just a regular. If you're trying to do a podcast, this is probably what they're going to suggest to you. If you're talking a low budget, but if you got money to spend, I've heard of people doing podcasts where they put like 16 grand into it.
Oh yeah. Well, look at your guy, man. The guy you want to sign your.
Adam Carolla.
Yeah, look at
Adam
Adam
Carolla does a
Carolla's
good
podcast,
podcast.
dude.
Joe Rogan does a good podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys want
The
good
one-
podcasts out here, WTF is a good podcast. Comedians interviewing comedians.
The Nerdist.
The Nerdist podcast. If you like sci-fi movies, comic books.
Who's the one we were listening to this morning? I like that guy.
That's Jay Moore and More
Jay
Stories.
Moore.
You can go to the
Oh
Kevin
my
Smith's
Fucking hilarious.
website, the smodcast.com, Smodco. He's got a bunch of people that do podcasts that upload their material to him,
Right.
and he's got like a collective.
Right.
Another good podcast is You Made It Weird. Pete Holmes, he's the you've heard of him, the E-Trade baby, you know, the commercial.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the E-Trade baby that talks like a regular person,
Yeah.
and gives like
He's
always
the one
got
in the
some
crib,
joke.
right?
Yeah, he's in the crib going, "This is what I'm doing with my stocks," blah blah blah.
Right.
The
Because
E-Trade.
apparently riding the dog is frowned upon. He's stuck in his fucking crib, right?
Is this on cable or something?
No, it's just a commercial
It's a
for
commercial.
E-Trade.
Oh, I need to watch TV more often.
Commercials
You
years
need to
old.
quit
dude.
watching fucking Netflix.
Hey,
You're a
I'm keeping this
you're a
watching
Netflix
Netflix, and
junkie
I'm
now.
stuck in the 80s, man. So, Steph, I hear that, is like 12 years old, and I'm like, dude, what's that? That's the new movie, man.
Right. What did you say you were watching the other day? Ghostbusters? You said
Yeah.
You wanted to get
Love
it?
Netflix, man.
Right, there you go.
I was watching Knight Rider too the other day.
Oh,
my
that's
God,
right,
There you go,
dude.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
That's fucking.
That's a
Hey,
classic
MacGyver,
ass.
though, dude. MacGyver,
Yeah.
come on, dude. Have you liked any
I
kind
love
of...
MacGyver.
Huh? You
I
like
love
MacGyver?
MacGyver.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Netflix. I didn't even search for it, but that'd be cool to watch again. See all the fucked up hairdos and fucking.
You
old
know
ass
what
stars
show they
and
should
shit.
bring back? I think it would be really cool to bring back, man. The $6 Million Man.
Kevin Smith is writing the comic book. He brought the story into the comic. He wrote the script for the movie, and they didn't want to greenlight it. They didn't want to
Really?
put the money up for it. They didn't think
Wow.
it would make it that big.
I
He's
think
like,
that-
"Fuck you guys! I'm gonna take it to the comic book venue and produce it there." The storyline is great, man. He even
A lot of
twisted
movies
it.
that-
It's not the 6 million where the operation was $6 million.
Right,
Because
now-
today that wouldn't float.
Right.
It's
right.
a day $6 million it takes to run him.
That's funny.
There's a lot of little twists.
A
where-
lot of the
where
movies today that they're
updates.
doing are look at was it Avengers? May 4th is coming out.
Yeah, that's
You know,
gonna be good.
and then you said something about was it Superman? They're gonna be doing a Superman. That's what's
There's
coming
a-
out,
yeah.
right? So a lot of
Yeah, I heard the director from the first or the next 3 Batman, Jeff Nolan.
Yeah.
he's gonna be directing that.
See,
If he
that's
kind of
the
makes it a
thing,
little bit
though.
more dark, like what he did with the Batman.
Yeah. You see the
Story
Batman. You
was just
see, this is
beautiful.
what I want. This is what I want. It's not what I want, but
Right.
What you'd like to
interests
see.
me. What interested me and with Batman, it got better, and then they came out with 3, and I think that one kind of
that was George Clooney, right? Was that George Clooney? With
I
the
don't
nipples?
remember. No, Batman Forever.
That
then it
got
was
so criticized.
Yeah, that was more comic. It was like a comic flop. It's not even
Yeah.
a B-rated.
Michael
movie.
Keaton, George Clooney, I'm pretty sure. Then
Yeah.
Val Kilmer,
Right.
and who else?
The
I think
four-
it was just them.
I just seen it last
But
night
you know what?
too.
Like Batman Begins, and
Beautiful.
wow, they like made up for those mistakes, and it's
Right.
like, all right,
Christian
now we're
Bale.
interested. Yeah, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Well, what they did was the movies were kind of like a more serious version of the TV show. They wanted a little silly, a little hokey. Jack
Right.
Nicholson was overplaying the part,
Right.
and Jeff Nolan's like, I want to take the comic book and
Right.
put it on camera. Let's see if
Yeah.
we can keep that gritty,
But-
nervous, dark.
Well, look at the Penguin too. Remember when they had the Penguin? That was kind of.
That was Danny DeVito, right?
Yeah, he was dark, but it was just like a kooky little. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was born in the sewers. You know, it's like
But
holy
you
shit,
know what,
man.
man? Seriously, you know what? It's like like if you're a Superman fan, because I'm a Superman fan,
Right.
and we want to recapture those